Okay, so while I readjust myself here and move my phone out of my bloody way, I know my hair is a wee bit messy, but it is 2:13 in the morning, and I'm trying to be quiet so that way I don't wake my neighbors up, because I've got a neighbor on that side, thankfully she's hard of hearing, and I got a neighbor on this side. The walls are not that thick. They might look like brick, but they're actually not. Okay, so my last video was about that vegan teacher. Okay, now I will clarify something. This has nothing. This is not about the vegan teacher. It is, however, about another vegan protester or animal rights activist, as she likes to call herself. Her real name is Tash Peterson, but she goes on YouTube by v-gan booty. Okay. Now, I just got through watching a video on her. I've heard of her because some of the other YouTubers that did videos on that vegan teacher also mentioned her in some of those videos. So yeah, I can honestly say, as annoying as that vegan teacher actually is, Tash Peterson is way worse. Okay, I know that vegan teacher needs to be stopped. Don't get me wrong on that. I've started a petition myself. I'm hoping that anybody who views my videos on her will actually sign said petition. Okay? But this woman, and I'm looking at my notebook if you were wondering, because I'm horrible with remembering names and all that. But this woman, who lives in Australia, mind you, well, recently, as of last year, or 10 months ago, I should say, not completely just last year, 10 months ago, literally, legitimately got pretty much banned, or banded, however you want to pronounce it, from going back into Australia for a little bit. She is now back in Australia. She's an Australian person. She's lived there from what I understand, her whole life. I might be wrong on that one. But at least for a number of years of her life, she has been a resident there. She has a house there, I'm assuming, because she did talk about her home. Excuse me for a second. Get a little orange juice. Quite literally, it is orange juice. Tropicana. Not sponsored. Wish I was, but not even close to nearly popular enough for that, apparently. So, Tash Peterson, in Australia, she is banned from entering any licensed facility. That means pubs, certain stores, because of the fact, stupid phone lit up again, because of the fact of what she's done. Okay, now, if you have an issue and you want to do a protest, that's completely fine and completely legal as long as it's a peaceful protest. Now, I don't know about Australian laws all that well, because I've never been out of the US. I've never dealt with Australian police. But here in the US, here in America, you can have a peaceful protest and not be fined or arrested and not be banned from stores or pubs or Well, here in the US, they're not called pubs. Technically, they're called bars, but still, you wouldn't get banned from them for a peaceful protest. You'll have to excuse me if I mispronounce anything, because I am getting tired. I've been up since around, I'd say, around 10 o'clock this morning, or 9:30, 10 o'clock. Excuse me. So I am a little tired. It's just now catching up with me. My body's, Anyway, my sleep schedule's bollocks, but she has superseded that vegan teacher for her ways of protesting. Now, she's literally walked into a KFC dressed in, and they showed clips of it, okay, mind you, dressed in an outfit, it looks like it was all white, with fake blood on it, in the front, but she was fully dressed, mind you, and had a jar, a fair-sized jar, of fake blood, walked in with some of her cohorts, her protester group, walked in with fake blood in a jar and a megaphone at their side, playing animals in distress sounds, and poured fake blood all over the floors of said KFC. That got her into trouble with the law, but that wasn't what got her banned from the pubs and stuff. No, that wasn't what got her banned. No, I don't know Australia's laws on protests. I don't know Australia's laws on indecent exposure, shall I say. But I know the US laws. If a woman walks outside out her house with nothing up top covering her stuff besides paint, which really isn't going to cover anything, mind you, you will get arrested for indecent exposure. Whether you're doing it for a protest or you're doing it just because you think you can get kicks and thrills out of it, you will still get arrested. I know that for a fact here in the US. You'll be in mega trouble with the law because it is considered indecent exposure. This woman, because she's in her 20s, I believe she was 25, so she'd be around 26 years old this year, I think, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on her age, because I'm not completely certain about that one. This person, Tash Peterson, or Vegan Booty, as she goes by on YouTube, has disturbingly and disgustingly gone out on public streets in lingerie, which should only be worn in the bedroom, and does not leave anything to the imagination, mind you. She's gone out on the street with nothing on the top half of her body aside from paint, white and black paint in the pattern of cows, spots and stuff. It's disgusting. Okay. Now, although my kids don't live with me, I am a mother. And as a mother, I am disgusted and horrified by this woman's actions. There were children on the streets walking with their parents to go get food while she was doing this. It showed a clip of a father and son walking across the street, and the son was literally like this, shielding his eyes so as not to see this woman with lingerie on in the streets. Okay. Now, as I recall in the video that I just got through watching on that one, she had another protester, a vegan protester, animal rights activist protester is what they go by, on the streets with her when she was doing the lingerie one, that also did her lingerie. Now, she is friends, and I will point this out, she is friends with that vegan teacher. Okay, she is not technically her daughter, but they pretty much call each other daughter, mother, I guess it's a mother-daughter relationship without actually being blood-related. I've had friends that considered me their mom figure. I've had friends call me sister. I've had friends call me, auntie, whatever. So I can kind of understand that dynamic. Now, up to the point of that video, I've never thought that vegan teacher would show off more than she already had. Because in one of her videos, she was wearing a bikini, which, quite frankly, if you're trying to reach the younger generation, and you're 56 years old, if that is her age, I don't know, but if you're 56 years old, and trying to reach a generation of kids nowadays, a 56-year-old woman trying to address veganism for kids should never show up in nothing but a bikini. I do disagree with that one. She should never have been in a bikini on that. Especially when she was nowhere near a swimming hole or a swimming pool. I say swimming hole and swimming pool because it's two different things. Swimming pools, you can go in your backyard, you can have a public swimming pool, whatever. Swimming holes are like river dikes, ponds, lakes, what have you. So, and yes, I am more country than I am city, trust me on that one. I'd rather be out in the woods than in a city. I don't get along with cities. They're too crowded. Too many people. That's why I live in a smaller town. Yeah, so this Trish, or not Trish, but Tash Peterson, and I'm messing up her first name not because I'm trying to, but because my brain is not wanting to function completely right now. Tiredness is catching up with me. But, excuse me. She literally, Peterson, I will just call her Peterson, she has literally gone topless in public with kids around. Now, in this video that I just got through watching, she did a video call with that vegan teacher. And no, this video is not about the vegan teacher, it's about her, Peterson, but it involves her. So, yeah. And no, I will not be going vegan. Yes, I do eat vegetables, I do drink orange juice, I drink a lot of milk, I eat cereal with milk, I eat chocolate, so no. And I'm definitely a meat eater, not just a herbivore. Heck, I didn't even last 2 hours trying to become a vegetarian. I probably wouldn't last 2 minutes becoming a vegan. Not with all my health issues, anyway. But they did a phone call together, or a video call together, and apparently somebody made a comment that they were disappointed. It was a live chat, a live YouTube video, I think it was, or TikTok, or whatever it was. It was a live, they were live on one of the platforms, and discussing this, and had viewers typing to them and such, and as you do, and I guess towards the end of the video, one of the viewers typed in that he was disappointed that he had thought that they would both be topless in said video. So, vegan teacher and vegan booty scooched down to where only their shoulders, from like their shoulders up, were showing. Oh, excuse me. And both went topless. Now, I'm forever grateful that they had their chests hidden behind the desks, because I do not wish to see anybody else's goodies, let alone a 56-year-old woman's goodies. I'm quite happily engaged to a man, a real man, and I do not fancy looking at other girls or women. It's disgusting, it's immoral, and degrading to all of us women. But that wasn't bad enough. She actually goes out in public where little kids can legitimately see her in all her nudity glory, and she has no remorse for it. She has no regrets, no remorse, no nothing. And she thinks it's hilarious that she's been banned from all pubs. Well, I wouldn't say she thinks it's hilarious. The only reason she doesn't think it's hilarious because she can't, and her words are, she can't spread the knowledge of what her cause to these people anymore, because she's been banned from the pubs and stuff. Well, bloody right you would be banned. First off, you walked into a KFC, traumatizing any child that might have been in there at that time, because there were customers in there, not to mention tormenting the poor workers who get minimum wage. Now, I don't know what minimum wage is in Australia. Might be different from what it is here in America, but here where I'm living, it's $12.56 an hour for minimum wage. Most places here, though, in the state I live in, start at $14 an hour, but minimum wage technically is $12.56 an hour. So it can't be much more than that. If even that, up in Australia, I don't know. The fact that you went in there and poured fake blood all over the floors while playing sounds of animals in distress in a fast food restaurant where there are most likely children with their parents there, mind you, but still, children can be traumatized by a lot less than that. You traumatized the children there. You've traumatized children at McDonald's, where you, of course, protested there as well. You've traumatized children on streets just because you think it's hilarious or right and proper for a full-grown 20-something-year-old woman who should definitely know better to go stand out in the street with nothing but paint on, covering their top halves, not even a tank top on over it, or under the paint. What, are you afraid of ruining one of your favorite shirts for your precious cause? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not against veganism. I'm not against people protesting peacefully and fully dressed, preferably, to animal rights and all that, because I wanted to be a zoologist when I was a kid. I still love animals. I have a lot of animal facts that people think, well, a lot of people think, are useless, running around in my head 24/7 because of all the studying I've done for that. But sadly, because of my health, I'm not able to do it. But I would never, ever go out in public with no top on whatsoever. I mean, shoot, until I get into a swimming pool, I even have a t-shirt over my swimming suits. Okay? I guess I just have higher standards than some people, and more dignity than some people. I'm calling you out, Peterson, or Vegan Beauty as you go by, because that, by the perspective, in the prospect of a mother, the point of view of a mother such as myself, the fact that you went out not only in lingerie, but you went out with nothing but paint covering up your chest area, is sickening. You went out on the streets like that, and you think that's the right way to do a protest. What? By traumatizing children and making parents despise you, not because of your beliefs, but because of how sickening you truly are. Your beliefs have nothing to do about this video. I'm okay with people being vegan. I'm okay with people being vegetarian. I have no issues with that. In fact, I watched another video of a whole different person. Can't quite recall her name at the moment. I even subscribed to her channel, and she's full-on vegan. She even talked about being vegan. She talked about how she's quite disappointed and appalled by that vegan teacher's message because she goes about it the wrong way. And this lady is full-on vegan. Okay? And she understands that some people, such as myself, can't go full-on vegan because of the simple fact we have health issues. We need the extra stuff that meat can give us that vegetables, fruits, nuts and berries and stuff like that can't give us. And we can't always take pills to solve our problems either. I can't personally take iron pills to increase my iron levels. And I don't really feel like going and getting iron transfusions because I can't eat, because I've gone vegan and I can't get my iron up. Because I'm not allowed cow's milk, I'm not allowed chocolate, I'm not allowed eggs, I'm not allowed this, red meats, or any kind of meat. Yeah, you literally are, you and that vegan teacher, and I'm calling out vegan booty, quite frankly, but those two, vegan booty and that vegan teacher, would rather see people die from malnutrition and other health complications than to see anybody eat meat. That's the message I'm getting from them. Now, I'm not saying that all vegans are like that, because I know, like I said, I have seen a vegan who talked about her veganism, and she seemed pretty awesome. I actually liked listening to her. She didn't try to shove her beliefs down everybody's throats. She wasn't the type she wasn't like the vegan teacher who hollers and screams about how it's this, how it's comparable to the Holocaust, how it's that, how it's this, how it's that. And she's not like the vegan booty woman either, who does the exact same thing, only with a lot less taste. Not that the vegan teacher has a whole lot of taste either, but still, she has a little bit more dignity than vegan booty does. So, I'm only going to make this one video on vegan booty because, quite frankly, I'm kind of burnt out on watching anything to do with that vegan teacher and vegan booty. Although I've only seen one video about her personally, so, but this whole shenanigans with them too sickens me. And what sickens me even more is that a full-grown 20-something-year-old woman, Peterson, thought it was okay to go out in the public, on the public streets, where little kids could see her, literally see her, and only have like lingerie or body paint on to cover the goods. Now, most people agree with me from the comments that lady read on her video, but she did have some that encouraged her. Believe it or not, she legitimately had people who encouraged her to do it. She had people congratulating her for her. They called it courage. I call it stupidity and disgusting and immoral, and quite frankly, there are so many other words I would say, but I don't have a way of bleeping them out, and I don't want to get demonetized when I've only got like 2 or 3 viewers and 1 actual follower. But yeah, the fact that she's going out on public streets wearing nothing but paint, body paint, or lingerie, which anybody that's actually ever saw a lingerie commercial even knows that lingerie is not a good cover for your goods. But Peterson has gone out on the streets like that with no issues. She don't find it wrong, morally wrong. She don't find it disturbing that she's got like 4 or 5-year-old children looking at her and being able to see her goods. It's disgusting. No, they interviewed her. She's gone to court. Apparently, she's gone to court. And they have interviewed her when she came out for one of the charges, okay, mind you. I don't know if she's gone for both or just one, but she's at least been for one. She got interviewed by news there, a news crew outside the courthouse, and they asked her if she would be willing to do jail time. Because she's looking at possibly doing jail time legitimately. Because she could get up to, I believe, I think it was 2 years of jail time for her misconduct, we'll say. But she bluntly, without hesitation, said she would be more than happy to do it, pretty much, because if it helps to spread her word, her her animal rights activist word. Yeah. Okay. I'm all about protecting the planet. I'm all about protecting the animals. I'm a meat eater, though. They can come at me sideways for all I care. I don't really care. I'm a meat eater. I will always be a meat eater. I have health issues that I need red meat. My iron, for example. So, my question for Miss Peterson, or Vegan Booty, is what makes you think where at in your head, in your brain, because you've got to have a brain somewhere in there, where at in your head do you think it is morally correct to expose little children to your body like that? Never mind the adults, okay? Because adults have probably seen it enough times to blow it off, but little children, some of which might be 3, 4, 5 years of age, what makes you think it's right, in any sense of the word, to go out with nothing but body paint or lingerie into a public street with little children, 3, 4, 5-year-old children, can see you in all your naked glory just to do an animal rights protest? Okay? Here in the U.S., you expose yourself like that to children, you get charges way worse from what I understand you're getting from Australia. And you'd be doing a lot longer here in the U.S., especially nowadays, for that than you would in Australia if you get jail time there. Never mind what as parents, or what parents would do to you if you exposed yourself to their children. Now, I'm not condoning violence, nor will I ever condone violence, but I guarantee to protect my children, violence would ensue. And I'm not a very violent person. Yes, I'm Irish and Scottish, but I'm more peaceful than I am anything else. I detest violence, but even I know where to draw the line on just standing around and letting somebody get by with something like that. You know, that could be considered SA to those children, because you were of age to know better, and you still went out there. You still did that in front of children. Yeah. Not to mention the blood pouring on, even if it was fake blood, pouring it on a restaurant's floor. Vandalism is the least of your crimes there. You know how many children's lives you might have just scarred by doing that blood stunt? You want to protest something? Do it peacefully, and you won't have charges pressed against you. You nutter. Do it peacefully. You could get your message out, and people would be more willing to listen to you if you weren't acting like a nutter, like a crazy, insane person who needs to be locked in a mental institution. Why do you think so many popular YouTubers like S Sniper Wolf or Pointless or Glider Gamer Why do you think they've made videos poking fun, or whatever you want to call it, at that vegan teacher? Their reaction videos? Why do you think they've made so many of those on her? It's because she's going about sending out her message in the totally wrong way of doing it. Screaming, everybody needs to be vegan, and comparing it, mind you, to the Holocaust, something that was as horrific as the Holocaust. That doesn't make people want to become vegan. You know what that did to me? Besides totally tick me off? You don't ever compare something like what the animals are going through to what the Jewish people went through in World War II, mind you, and what my grandfather fought against in World War II. What's going on with the animal industry right now is not even close to being comparable to what happened there. But that's one of the reasons why people poke fun at her, at that vegan teacher, because of that. And the fact that she's all screaming it out, that all people of the world need to quit eating meat, and they all need to become vegetarian, vegans, not vegetarians, sorry, vegans, and that, it doesn't matter what kind of health issues you have, that's just an excuse. No, it's not. Ask a doctor, you morons. Iron deficiencies. Yeah, I've had to have iron transfusions in the past. Thankfully, now I've got my iron under control by eating properly. I can tell that it's just a wee bit though, but not bad. Nothing I'm going to worry about. Mainly because I haven't slept yet. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning, mind you. But also because I haven't been eating a whole lot of meat. Yes, I'm still a meat eater. I had a little bit of hamburger in my food today with dinner tonight, so yeah, I'm good. I'm not going to give up eating my meat. I'm not going to give up eating cereal with real cow's milk. I'm not going to give up my eggs and bacon or eggs and sausage. Y'all might as well give that up, because no matter how much protesting you vegan booty do, no matter how much vegan teacher yells out, we all need to be vegan, save the animals, it ain't going to change my mind of who I am. Now, will I talk to somebody more logical, more sound of mind than you two about veganism? Yeah, I would. Would I ever go veganism? I highly doubt it. Because of my health. Not because I'm against veganism. I'm not against vegetarians. I'm not against vegans. But for my own health, I would never do it. And I certainly wouldn't force my dog to eat vegan food either. Nor would I force my cat to do it. Yeah. That's so wrong. That's animal cruelty right there, by the way. But, yeah. In short, because my video is getting to be almost 40 minutes long, and it will be 40 minutes in a couple seconds. In short, in closing, Tash Peterson, or aka Vegan Booty on here, and that's V-GAN and BOOTY, quite literally. you really need to give it up, mate. All you're going to end up doing is going to jail and turning people against veganism. Because you're going about it all the wrong way. You come at somebody sideways, they're liable to turn away from you. Sometimes they might not be so nice to turn away from you. Depending on how sideways you come at them anyway. Learn how to do a peaceful protest without ruining employees' jobs at a fast food joint like KFC. Quite frankly, if I'd been the police there, I would have made you clean it up because you made that mess. I taught my older child, my oldest son, when you make a mess, you clean it up. You don't just leave it for somebody else to clean it up. So I hope he remembers that lesson. Like I said, he doesn't live with me, so none of my children do. But, yeah, I hope that someday you and that vegan teacher will both come to your senses and start actually getting your message out to other people without yelling and screaming at them, aka the vegan teacher, or without showing your womanly goods, vegan booty, and acting like mature, grown women. Because right now, in my eyes, even though you're 20-something, you're definitely younger than me, that vegan teacher and you both act like little children who are throwing a tantrum to just get your way, which you will never get your way. The whole world would not turn vegan just because you want them to. So, with that being said, I am going to go ahead and close off. I will post this where people can leave comments down below. I promise that after tonight, I will not do another video on that vegan teacher or Miss Peterson. If you guys want any more knowledge on those two, you will have to do your own proper research. Because I grow quite tired of them. Yes, it's my favorite pen now. Because of that. It's pretty cool. Dollar store, actually. But I'm quite tired of watching videos about that vegan teacher. I'm sickened by the one video I've watched of vegan booty. So I will not be watching either one of them again. Nor will I be watching anybody else's reaction videos to them again. I will continue to watch Pointless and Glider Gamer and all of them, but I will no longer be watching any of the reaction videos to those two. I grow quite tired of it. I've made my point. After about 4 or 5 videos, I've made my point, and I don't want to feed into their hogwash anymore. And I'm not saying that being vegan is hogwash. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the way they go about it is. If you wish to learn any more about veganism, there are other vegans, quite literally, that post here on YouTube that openly talk about it. If you have any questions, I'm pretty sure they would be more than happy to answer them. If you want to go vegan, you do you. You want to go vegetarian, you do you. You want to stay a meat eater, you do you. I'm staying a meat eater, personally. But I'm not going to do any more reaction videos to either one of them. Nor will I be watching any more reaction videos to either one of them. I am going to try to find a way to block both of them on my YouTube channel after I've given them an appropriate amount of time to respond to this one. I will watch their response videos if they ever respond to me, but other than that, I won't be doing any more on them. I just hope that Miss Peterson does do jail time and learns her lesson about the indecentness of it all, and not the protests, but the way she goes about the protests. And I do hope that that vegan teacher learns to go about spreading her message in a whole different way, in a more peaceful tone of voice, and stop condemning us meat eaters, because we're not all going to burn in hell simply because we eat meat. Okay. So, with that being said, I wish you all a good night, or in my case, a good morning, because it's literally 1 minute to 3. Ooh, I gotta reset my clock on my computer. Anyway, it is literally 1 minute till 3. Oops. I know it's like bright, but you know. So, yes, and my camera light died on me. My $1.25 camera light. Bloody hilarious, I know. So I will bid you all a good night or a good morning, whichever one it is for you guys, while I get this arranged. And I hope that those of you that do watch my videos leave a comment down below to tell me what kind of video you want me to do next. Because like I said, my reaction videos to those two are officially done with this one. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what kind you want me to do. Do you want me to do one on another video on urban legends? Do you want me to do a reaction video to any other YouTuber? Do you want me to do any other topic? Ugh, you can tell I need to get some sleep. Any other topic? Just let me know in the comments below. If you want to know a little bit more about me, ask and you will get that information. I will not be giving out my address. I will not be giving out what state I live in or what town I live in at all. Those are the three of the things I will not be covering ever. I also will never have my fiance on camera, aside from maybe his voice when he comes home. That is for a whole different can of worms I will not open up on camera about. Those of you that actually watch my videos that actually do know me personally know why, but the one viewer that actually does know me personally moved away before I met my fiance. So and you know who you are. If you have any questions about it, feel free to DM me from Facebook, because I think I still have you on Facebook. But for anybody that's new to my channel or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment below to tell me what you want to see on my videos. And I tend to keep my word, so when I say I promise you right now that this is the last video on that vegan teacher or vegan beauty, I literally mean it. I will not be doing any more on them. When I say I will be continuing to watch Glider Guy and Pointless and all of them, Poncho and stuff, I literally mean it as well. I will be watching them because they have other reaction videos that they respond to. Darman, for example, Gordon Ramsay, I guess. I haven't really checked on them about that, but so yeah, I might do a reaction video for one of their reaction videos. I don't know, but it will not be on them too. I give you my word. So, with that being said, I literally have to get some sleep because it is now 3:04 in the morning and I'm a wee bit tired. Obviously, I'm messing up my words and rambling on, and I've got to get up relatively early to go deal with something that has happened at my bank, and to do some other errands that I have to get done. So, I will bid you good night for right now, or good morning, depending on where you're at in the world, and I will see you guys the next video. And by the way, before I click off, yes, I do check my comments. In fact, I checked earlier on my comments on my last video, so I did not get any comments quite yet, so I will be checking again later. Good night.